Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums, 'tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, I'm back inside of No Man's Sky, and I'm going to be going to some of my settlements, mainly because I've got some construction opportunities pending. I'll let you know if any of those are interesting, or whether it ups my Gex settlement to an S-class. From as you can see right now, it's an A-class. Hopefully we get it up to an S-class, that'd be nice. But then straight after that, I'm going to be doing some photography of interesting things in No Man's Sky. And this episode is going to be Colossal Archives. Right, so let's get on over. This is my Gex settlement that we're first at, just to see what build opportunity we get for my Gex settlement. All the other ones are S-class. I've done a playthrough on how well that's gone. This is the last one to go. Hey look, we've got deny construction over that side, approved construction this side on a power generator. I think my choices for building are getting rather narrow now here. And I'd imagine the only thing that's probably going to get me up to an S-class here is to build little things like this, but also to get more citizens. Yeah. Okay, right, now I've had problems with these little buildings that the doors don't render in. One of these build boards stays in front of it. Let's see if that happens again. Yeah, now where I'm finding that this goes wrong is when it goes from an A class to an S class, and even if I don't skip the animation. So if I hit it now, it looks like it's vanished. At least I think it has. Then again, we can't see because of the awning. Then again, look, the NPC came out the front door just fine. I think this time it's going to be okay. Yes, we have a door. We have a door, people. It worked. Okay, right, well, let's have a quick look-see at our settlement and see if it's gone up to be, and it's not quite there yet. It's still an A class right now. Well, I'm just going to visit the rest of my settlements. I'll let you know if something super interesting happens. Otherwise, it's just going to be me getting some decent photos of Colossal Archives, and also showing you guys in the viewerverse how you can locate a Colossal Archive on a planet. Okay, chums, over at my Corvax, I got to build one of these little buildings as well. But you can see there, the door hasn't actually opened. And I can't see the NPC, so I think that's a case of it being stuck in limbo. Look, I haven't skipped it. So, yeah, look, I've got no door. I've got no door, but I bet you there is actually an NPC inside of there. If there's a window, actually there's no NPC inside of there, but you can see there is a door. Yeah, I have had it with NPCs actually stuck in there. I'm quite worried for their health. But anyways, there you go. It's still not 100% right. That's still broken located. We're still waiting for update 5.74. Maybe that might sort stuff out. Right. Now, I'm going to show you how to find a Colossal Archive. The first thing you need to do is go to a space station. You should have some on your teleporter list. Make sure it's not a pirate station. Just go to a normal space station. Not an abandoned one. Not a pirate one. Okay. Right, so if you're looking out towards the entrance of the station, if you just rotate around and go over to this sort of side of the dock, you're going to see like a 3D map on the wall over here, showing topography or terrain or whatever. This is your map vendor, your cartography guy. Speak to him, and the maps that you want to buy, and you want to exchange for specific chart maps, and you want to go for the habitational one. So this one here, no, is a commercial inhabited outpost. Yeah, that's the one that you want. You want the inhabited outpost one. It's got a red icon on it. I'm just going to buy like 10 of these. Now, each time you scan, it should find you a different building type. And there's only maybe about 6 to 8 variants of building types under any of these maps. So if you have got these in your exosuit like I have here, hitting it up, you can see there, look, it's found a paleontology dig site. That's a new one that's just been added into this pool of things that you might find. Hit it again. You're not going to find another one of those. If it does try to find you another one, it would give you that message to say, we've already found a building of that type. Minor settlement. We don't want that one. Planetary archive detected. That's what you want to see. And it's got like a little Roman Colosseum sort of thing highlighted on it. And you can see it down here. Look, there it is there. Colossal Archive. I'm going to hold to tag that. So hopefully it's going to give me a marker to fly to. Now, if you did this on a specific planet that you would like a Colossal Archive on, you should land on the planet before you pop those charts. I'm not really bothered because I'm just sort of giving a sort of like demonstration here. I should fly around here. There it should be. Let's head there. So yeah, If you want to find it on a specific planet, land on that specific planet first, get out of your ship, then pop the charts, get in your ship and fly to it. Now there's a few variants of these Colossal archives. One of my favourite ones is the one with the giant bull that hovers above it. And so like, I think it's a Gek type one, I can't be 100% sure. But yeah, there's other ones that look like this. Now what I would say is these things look like they've just broken off of the new space stations. They look very much in keeping with the space station of the system. We'll fly up in a moment and take a better look at the actual space station from the outside, and we'll see if this looks like it could be a branch off from that space station. But yeah, these are pretty darn cool. Oh, I've got my exomech with me. I don't know why I've got my exomech with me. Let's change that out. Let's just have a different exocraft somewhere. Let's just stick that there for now. Oh, there you go. The exomech doesn't do much anyway. Anyway, I want to get a photo of this lovely, lovely Colossal archives. Let's go into camera mode. I don't really want my freaking exomechs all over it though, do I? Or my exocrafts, I should say. Which is now there, to be fair. Yeah. So I might not bother with a photo of this one. I might go and jump to some of my awesome finds. I've got a couple that I would like to share out, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to bother with a screenshot of this one. I'm going to use my own bases that I've got at Colossal Archives and show you those. But anyway, you've seen what this looks like. Let's fly on up to the station quickly and let's see if it looks like it could be part and parcel of the space station that's deployed down here. Because some of these Colossal Archives, when you look at the feet of them, like down here, sometimes they've got like little booster jets on them. They look like they've actually flown down from the actual space station and landed here as some sort of like little mini outpost in a roundabout way from the actual station. Let's fly up to the station. I'll show you what I'm on about. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, now this space station might not have been the best example, to be fair. I mean, there's boosters on the back of the actual space station to hint that it might actually have movement now. But you see these armatures that are hanging off the side of the actual space station. I mean, this one's covered in sort of like tanker-filled balls in a roundabout way. But it looks like if there was that archive off the end of here, it looks like that may have deployed down to the planet. And some of the stations look very archive-like they've got archives as armatures hanging off the sides of them. So yeah, this probably wasn't the best example of a station, to be honest. Okay, so this is one of my favourite ones that I've found out there inside the verse, people. Now this is a Korvax one, and it's on a bubble lush planet. I've built a base here. It's inside of the 905. But this is quite a nice version of a settlement. It's got some towers on the top. It looks fairly similar to the one we was just at, in all fairness. But yeah, pretty darn cool. Let's try and get the sun at a decent position on this. Okay, I think that sort of shows this one off in its entirety. Let's just wait for the menu to disappear and I'll do a little mini screenshot of this one, people. Yeah, okay. I need to move in just a little bit, actually. Alright, I'll get my photo, then I'll reconvene. Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain. Heck yeah. Why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much. Okay, chums, now this is one of my favourite types of Colossal archives. If I go into camera mode here and spin the camera around, put the sun in the sky, this is the one that I was on about with like the ball that sort of sits above it. And I really like the animation that sits in between the actual archives base and the top section. I mean, this would be more in keeping with that station that we saw that had these sort of like refueling bulls inside of a cage. That would look more in keeping with the station of what we saw before. And you can see the feet on this one. They look like they've sprung out and they've cushioned the actual landing. This is far more believable inside of it's a detachment from the actual space station. At least I feel it is anyway. I'm going to get a lovely screenshot of me looking up at this. I think maybe a night shot on this could be quite nice with all the electric effects that you get off the actual base of these. I'm going to get my position right. I'm going to get it all looking good. And then I'll reconvene after I've taken my photo. Now, something I love about the Colossal Archives is the actual archive itself. There's a little bit of lore to be found here. The animation to this center section is really cool. So I'm just going to get a quick photo of this as well, and I'll show you what the bit of lore looks like here. Okay, right, so here's the animation for it. Look at that. Isn't it cool? A little burst of lightning and stuff as well. But here we go. Let's hit up the lore on this thing. Sweet. So I think this is a Viking one, so we'll probably get a little bit... Yeah, I'm going to get some lore of Herc, which if you know the lore of Herc, and that's pretty darn cool. Yeah, so there we go. A little bit of lore to be found in each of these. Now, I have done a whole lore video. I haven't gone to see whether any of this has changed. If it had, somebody would have let me know inside the game files. But yeah, all good stuff. If you like a little bit of lore, the archives are definitely something you should hit up and take attention to. Right, I've got one more to go to. So we've been to a Korvax one. We've been to Viking. I'll show you my Gek one. Okay, chums, now what I like about the Gek archives is more often than not you have this hologram down at the front section here of these Gek heads, which are pretty darn freaking cool. And you've got all this sort of trade index that seems to be going on there as well, which gives it a little bit of believability. And you can see here, this one looks like it is very much so a detachment from a space station. With the legs and the way that it just looks. It looks like it's just broken off of a space station, or at least it does in my opinion, chums. But yeah, I do like the array of landing pads here, and I do like this Gek hologram. So I think my screenshot of this one is going to be from further up the actual bank, maybe an angle from my ship with that crane in. I might just get how busy these Colossal archives get from this sort of angle. Not right there, because obviously I've got a post there, but that would probably do as a screenshot, wouldn't it? Just need to get the time of day right. I'll show you in a montage all of my photos. Photo montage coming up now.
Thank you, Cue Ball Gaming. Thank you, Chum. Cue Ball Gaming, I miss you. Cue Ball Gaming, I hope you return.
Well, okay, chums. Well, hopefully you like those photos, and also the little ode to one of my members or backers for a little mini tune that I put together some time ago. Heck yes, thank you, members and backers. If you want to be a member of this channel, it's an awesome way to back the channel and support everything that I do. Links to membership can be found inside of the video description. Please give it a think. Right, okay, so now over to the Twitterverse to see how my last post did on my Golem finds. Yes, I did a Golem post over on Twitterverse. Let's go and have a look at that, shall we, people inside the viewerverse. Okay, chums, well, here we are over on my last set of 4 screenshots. You know what, let's get me off the screen for a second. Let's have a little bit of a better look at this post. So these were the screenshots I had shared of my Golem. I say my Golem, this was actually found by Daniel Hipley, this find, so thank you, Daniel Hipley. And yeah, there I just said, I wonder if these sleeping giants will awaken. Majestic! This game is amazing. Just love exploring and taking photos. So thank you, Hello Games, for an epic 9 years. We are fast approaching the anniversary for their 9th anniversary. But anyway, let's head on down. And here I've got quite a fair few comments, so thank you everybody that's put a comment on here. I've also had 104 likes, so thank you. We've got 10 retweets. We'll have a look at who retweeted, and then I'll be giving them a follow in a moment. So yeah, Robo Vader, Shadow of the Colossus update next. Heck yes, that'd be cool. Shadow of the Colossus, one of my favourite games. In fact, I've got a playlist on Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, if you want to hit that up. I've beaten every single boss in that game. Paul, there's a little bit of me that wonders if there's going to be a crossover to Light No Fire, and we get to see them walking around in Light No Fire world. Yeah, I mean, we did see a golem inside the trailer waking up, and we have seen things that look very Relic-esque inside the trailer as well, with those little skeleton chaps walking along. And now we've just got living skeleton worms, and we're seeing these little mini... Imagine if those little skeleton chaps that we see in Light No Fire are riding on giant airworms. That could be quite cool. Bona fide ones, obviously. Yeah, likely just a guard in a tomb. Well, even that would be cool, Dragon Slayer. Even that would be awesome. At the moment, they've got this little spinning thing, and if you interact with it, you get attacked by little mini versions of those golems. But yeah, pretty darn cool. Still playing since launch, almost every day. Over 13,000 hours now. Well, I've got quite a lot of hours stacked up in a lot of my saves. I haven't got a lot of hours on my PC one. Getting there slowly. Graphics buds would also be cool to see it walk. Heck yes, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for showing us the Golem and Bone Worm, says Grandy. Well, thank you, Grandy. I see your comments over on the old YouTube. I think you go by the name of Chase or something over there. But welcome. Hello, over on the Twitterverse. Latios Gars. There's so many Majestius. It reminds me of the Shadow of the Colossus. Not have the chance to find one, but still searching. Well, good luck on your search. Daniel King. Still finding things like this makes exploring more better. If only they added a huge, massive 4-hour update where they added trillions of new things to find while walking on a planet for hours. If they can add trillions of new planets and worlds part 2 update, they can do this, says Daniel King. Well, you never know, Daniel. They might add some more in there, I guess. Raymond Ward. Nice. Oh, I've got some probable spam. Shall we have a look at the probable spam? Let's have a look, see. Did you see my post? Lol. High-tech gaming? Probably not, because it was listed as probable spam. I've just hit a like to it. I don't know why you've been listed as probable spam, High-tech, because I like your posts. So that wasn't me. That's probably Grok or something weird going on. But anyway, let's scroll on up and let's have a quick look-see at who retweeted this. Let's go into the retweets, view quotes, but then you hit reposts over here. So I'm going to follow you. XBMC player, well, thank you very much. Doesn't look like English is your first language, but I'm going to give you a follow back. There you go, following. And I'm going to follow back High-Tech Gaming. There you go, mate. Heck yes. Breaking news, entertainment, and gaming movies. Yes, there we go. Giving you a follow. Grandy, there you go. I'm going to be following you back as well. Heck yes. Mother of 5. Congratulations on your mothering techniques. We've got Leo's there. Gaming Traveller, No Man's Sky Addict. We're going to follow you back. We've got Alder Van Dorn. What a cool name. We'll follow you back. Lovely. It's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in war. Well, Gojo, you should go check out Manila London, my missus. She does a lot of gardening content over on her channel. Gojo. There we are. And it looks like I'm already following quite a lot of these other people that have retweeted me. PCMR and Switch, heck yes. Research ND, Candy Egg, yes. We've got Good Guys Free, another content creator and a bloody good one. Go check him out. And we've got Psych Switch. Let's hit that one up then. There we go. Following. I'm now following you all. Heck yes. So thank you very much for doing the retweets. Getting this stuff out on social media, I'm hoping brings more people to my channel. So if you can take the time to retweet my content, or even to take my content like the favourite video that you've seen this month and put it on social media somewhere, that'll be a massive help to people inside the verse and getting me found. Right. Well, anyway, people, I think that's pretty much everything that I have for you right now inside of the viewerverse. Let's see if we can get something interesting in the background while I'm ending off. So there we go. Yeah, these wallpapers, if you're wondering where I get them from, because this is actually my desktop wallpaper on my actual PC, and it changes every minute. You'll see a bullet hole appear and it zooms in, and I'd have a new background in a moment. These are actually done through Wallpaper Engine. You have to purchase it on Steam, but then once you've purchased it, you can download loads and loads of backgrounds. I've just got a whole load of them just for No Man's Sky. And then I've got another background set for Light No Fire. I've got about 3 in there at the moment. There's not many to choose from on that case. But there's loads for Dragon Ball Z, there's loads for different animes, Akira, Battle Angel Alita, anything you can think of, there's a background for it. There's some beautiful retro ones in there, and retro gaming ones if I ever go down to that field. But yeah, very cool stuff. I don't know why it hasn't changed background at the moment. And I don't think I've got the Wallpaper Engine. Oh, there we go. It's just changed now. There we go. It must have just come into its cusp just as we went to this interlude. But yeah, look, we've got the failed boundaries in the background. I did a whole speculation video around why I think the Void might become active during Halloween of this year. I think we'll have a summer update before the Halloween update, but I'm ahead of things. If you like the sounds of that, if you want to know more about these boundary failures, I put a video at the top corner there, people. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these photograph videos that I'm doing. I will be then putting a new tweet up on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it around the video that I made today about the Colossal Archives. So go and hunt that down and give it a retweet. And you never know. Next week, you might, well, the next episode that I make, you might feature in it. You comment, you retweet, I might be giving you a follow if you haven't followed me already. Till next time, salutamondo, goodbye, and goodbye again. It's changing. Oh, we got a new background. That was coolly timed, wasn't it? Bye.
Steve